What up, LC heads? Let's go ahead and kill that fan. Did I mention that these new heroes, their E6s, are absolutely off the chain, completely on another level? So that's, I feel like this is where they're really power creeping these new heroes. Like, these abilities, they get all the way up here. And it's funny because for an attacker, usually up here they have some kind of like fire mastery 3, you know, fire damage 30% more, and you know, that's really nice. He has special gauge plus 30% on the boss wave, so that right there, for him, I think it's really nice actually. Obviously everyone would rather have 30%, but look how much they gave him everywhere else. He got advanced masteries like these transcend abilities, like the breaker boost is really good. The break mastery, anti-type boost, this is really good. So there's a ton of damage there. There's 20% to all the different types that he has. 20%, and that's fairly applicable right there. And then on top of that, we have a sword mastery boost. There's another 10% damage in here, like when equipped with a sword, so that's just 10% all the time, right? And there's some more damage cap in here. Normally heroes would get like this transcend skill limit break, but they would get like 2500 instead of 7500, right? So he effectively has 3 of the old heroes' transcend abilities all in one. Older heroes would have transcend 2500 and 5000 if you're double handing a weapon. This one's 7500 and 15,000 if you are double handing a weapon. So big number upgrades here. It's like having all 3 of them into one. That is fairly awesome right there. We got some hit points here. I think even the hit points, a lot of heroes would get like 1,000. This is 1250. So, and yeah, I think the charge special here is going to work really well for him, because for him, I'm not going to actually drop his special, but the faster his special charges, the more stats he has. You can take abilities that are going to increase your strength and defense by a high percentage when your special gauge is full, right? This guy's a breaker. He's really going to be using his S1 through S3, and he's got like 600% break in his kit without you adding anything to it, so it's fairly impressive. That's what you're going to want to do. And this break mastery here, what is this? 40,000. Yeah, 40,000 damage cap more when the enemy's in break. So that's pretty awesome, right? I could probably time this where I break him right before this guy gets his special charged, and when his special is charged up, he gets substantially stronger, and that is when I would want to dump his skill kit for damage and get an extra 40,000 to his damage cap. You know, so I think that's pretty much the way to go with him, unless you're actually trying to do something with his special for damage. I'm just going to be holding on to mine. So this charge special actually works out really well, because it means he's going to be able to charge his special up faster and have access to all that extra power. Just IMO though, I mean, I'm sure somebody out there really likes seeing this dude's special drop, and maybe you want to use his special and see it drop all the time, right? I think his real bread and butter is the S1 through S3. It's not like his special has some kind of actual special thing attached to it, like a stat break or, you know, some kind of crazy revive or some kind of special ability. It is just basic damage, and I mean, this has been the way of LC for a while now. Not all heroes are really going to bank off of their special. A lot of time it's going to get in your way of just making a bunch of damage. Like, there's plenty of heroes that never use their special, so You know, this guy being what he is, I think he falls into that, and that's what I'm doing with mine. So he's a really, really strong hero, though. Once you get all of these abilities out here, I'm still working my way out to mine. That's really pretty impressive, though, the extra percentage of damage that he racks up. It's applicable because it applies to anti-types. He's already rocking a bunch of Slayers and Brute Slayer and stuff like that in his kit, so this is applicable damage, you know, and he has a ton of, you know, the Transcend skill limit break. This is big right here. Those numbers getting jacked up like that, like not even double, triple. At least from what I remember seeing, I'm like, man, didn't this used to be like 2,500? And then you could get 5 whole thousand if you were double handing a sword or a weapon or whatever. Yeah, now it's 75 and 15. So pretty cool. I guess this is how they are power scaling them. So substantial difference here in what the other heroes are getting. Let me know what you think later.